Hello everybody, my name is Adriana Bastidas and today I am going to tell you about my homework. This homework is about gastronomy. I choose this topic because for me it's very interesting. It's more than a hobby that I have, and for that reason I selected this. My narrative and my culture. I studied gastronomy for more than 5 years and I learned all its branches. I refer with this that I studied different kinds of types of food. I focused mainly on Ecuadorian food. This passion was transmitted by my grandmother's abilities to me. I learned a lot of her because I saw how she loved to cook and how she learned how to prepare more recipes constantly. Studying gastronomy not only allowed me to learn to prepare the best known recipes of Ecuador, but also to understand its history and why gastronomy is something so symbolic and important within our culture. I know that Ecuador has a lot of different types of plates that are very delicious, and for that reason I decided to choose this. Referring to gastronomy, each culture has learned how to use the same resources and adapt them to their region, beliefs, culture, and traditions. An example is ceviche, which is very different in Ecuador than in Peru. Each country adapted this preparation to its culture. In my opinion, ceviche made in Ecuador it's better. Your place in the world. After having learned and practiced the Ecuadorian traditions reflected in the gastronomy, I developed the same passion as my grandmother, who was cooking so that everyone knows our gastronomy and creates a stronger sense of identity. In my job, I am often in contact with many people, also with foreigners who do not know our gastronomy, and what I do is, through my preparations, let them know what our typical preparations are. How to act in the world. In my opinion, we all know about some traditions, narrative or ritual of our culture, and it seems important to be able to expand our culture to different countries and makes them know the history of Ecuador reflected in its gastronomy. How to evaluate what happens in the world. The world is a changing place that with the technology and globalization there is a very strong cultural exchange, and this has been reflected in Europe. For example, there are restaurants with Latin food, or here in Ecuador there is European food. Many people who arrive here and taste our food know that every